Okay. When do you start drinking?
About 2 months ago.
No, how old were you?
14, 13.
And how about you?
I was quite young when I started drinking.
How young?
Maybe, yeah, I think 12. Because it was before my confirmation, it's called.
Okay.
Not confirmation, yeah, about 12, 13 years old.
When you go out, where do you go?
Wall Street, Nasa, K3, everywhere. Rosenbeek. Great place.
Yeah, when I go out, I have hit places like, there's this place called Rubber Dub where they play a lot of dance hall music and I get my shaking on. We do, last time it was in Dakota. Don't go there, it will fuck you up. We got places like, there's a place called Fungus. That's the nicest, if you're just in the mood to chilling, drinking some beers, Fungus is the
That's
place.
the wall. It's just chilling, Wall Street.
Nah, basement, mate.
Don't listen to me.
Peekaboo.
When you're out, how much do you drink?
Minimum, about 10 beers. Minimum.
That's a very odd question for me because when I drink, I can go out drinking just to have a good time, and I can go out drinking for having a good time. And when I drink for a good time,
It's good.
I'm gonna drink a lot. I don't have no clue actually. A bottle, 2 bottles or something, and I'll get my ass tipsy.
Do you drink very often? About
Yeah.
every week or
Yeah,
every
I'm-
month?
I'm a theater, and it's like this.
Oh, you drink a lot, yeah.
Before the
yeah.
show, if you're drunk, you're fired. After the show, you have to be drunk. So
Yeah. If you're not drunk after that, you need to be fired.
Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, and in the weekends.
Me, I drink. It's not as bad as my look, cause I drink maybe
That's why I'm so fast, by the way.
once in a week.
Okay. And then I want to ask you, is it easier to meet new people when you're drunk?
Don't you think so?
Nah, for me it's both, cause I can meet people when I'm sober, but when you get tipsy, you automatically meet everybody. So
What are the ground rules for drinking in Denmark? How old are you supposed to be?
Well, for buying alcohol, you gotta be 18. I think it's actually kind of funny because you can buy cigarettes at 16, but no, actually, it's the other way around. You can buy alcohol when you're 16 and you can buy cigarettes when you're 18. I think it's kind of call-ons, but I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
But actually, you can buy it at 16, but you can't be drunk.
That's true.
And that's, but the police don't really take it seriously. So you get loads of 13s and 14-year-olds just running around being drunk, and that's a problem.
Why is it a problem?
Because if you make a rule,
Because there's nobody to look out for them.
yes, exactly.
They're on their own.
Yeah, and that leads to lots of problems. When you're 14, you don't have the
Sensibility.
You don't have the sensibility. You don't have the mind to judge these situations, and it makes you more vulnerable to older people.
It's actually true, but it's kind of funny. You can buy in a store, in a general store. You can buy it when you're 16. But if you go to a club or a bar or whatever, you have to be 18 to drink.
Exactly.
And in most countries, you have to be 21. And I mean, why make different ground rules? I mean, why can you buy it at 16, but if you go to a club, you have to be 18? It don't make no sense.
Exactly, but even when you go to the club, you have to show ID. But as a girl, you just show your tits and then you're on, and you're in.
Yeah, kind of.
So it's very, very, very.
But do you often see young people drinking?
Yes, unfortunately. I actually witnessed a 14-year-old girl. She was in, and you could really see she was 14. It was like kids' clothes all over, and she went into the store, which is 7-Eleven, and they usually have stricter rules. And she just walked out with like 2 bottles of booze that we all know was gonna fuck her up. I mean, she wasn't gonna handle the 2 bottles of booze.
But the shops, they don't.
Most of the
Follow
shops, they
the
don't
rules.
care because they just think about making money.
So
And
they don't follow the rules.
They don't follow the rules usually. They don't. I mean,
It's like an evil circle, you know. The taxes are very high for stores, so they have to make money. So the laws are being bended.
So when you go to the bars, they follow the rules, or
it's a tough question. It
Yes.
really is a tough question. I mean, if you got, I'm sorry to say, ladies, but if you got them big ass titties, I mean, it's just easy to get in everywhere because usually when a girl see you and you have titties like this, I mean, come on. Usually they're just gonna let you in because they think you're hot.
Exactly.
but
And
when
I
you
mean,
are a
I've
boy,
seen, nah, but listen, I've seen this club where you have to be 21. I actually saw these 13 and 14 and 15-year-old girls all entering because they looked 21. I mean, if you talk to them, you could hear it straight away. But I mean,
but
it depends on a lot of things. It does.
when you are a boy, then it's harder to get in,
Yes.
or what?
Strict rules all the way.
Yeah, exactly. So when we're getting in the club, we're actually legal.
And most of the girls ain't.
So we're quite disappointed, you know.
It's always a disappointment when you go to the club
Yeah.
and you hook up with this girl, and then later on you find out she was only 14 or 16. I mean, come on, man.
Exactly.
I can't work with this.
Exactly. I had this principle that I won't sleep with anybody who's under 18. And
But if,
ID, please, ID.
yes.
But-
Show me your titties on the ID.
if there's more girls in the club, do the boys?
They'll
They wanna
follow,
come.
exactly.
Boys
Yeah.
usually don't mind.
Yeah.
They don't mind the age.
No,
of the girls
not at
because,
all.
I mean, come
They
on.
just
if there's
follow.
a girl in there, they just hey, a girl. She can't. I mean, you can see
Yeah,
as a
that's
guy
a trick.
how old they are.
It's a trick, you.
Yeah, of course, man.
Exactly. But seriously, I think if you were supposed to make a rule that people could stick by, it would be
It would be a scanner of an actual ID card.
exactly, and so
That would be the most general
so
thing.
just set the bar lower. Say, okay, we know that 16-year-olds and 14-year-olds are gonna go into town.
Yeah, but they make these clubs for 16-year-olds.
Yeah, but they're alcohol free and
In your dreams, mate.
yeah,
In your
exactly,
dreams.
exactly. But then just be straight with it.
Like beer.
Say, okay, it is an alcohol bar, but you can have 2 drinks and that's it.
Okay, so your conclusion is that 13-year-olds can drink,
You
or
can't control it.
Nah,
Unless-
that's the general problem. You can't control who drinks and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Because in this culture, in the Danish culture, everybody drinks a lot. So it's more usual for young people to start drinking at an early age. I mean, just 10 years ago, it was like maybe 15 or 16 you started drinking. Now it's like 12, 13, 14.
yeah, the time.
The bar has been lowered, you know?
Yeah.
And
you
that's
see-
the general problem today, I think.
exactly. Kids aren't allowed to be kids anymore. They're like supposed to be 8, and then you're adult.
Everybody strives to be older all of a sudden.
Yes.
So your conclusion is, how old are you supposed to be to drink?
My opinion, 15.
15?
Yeah, 15, 16. Because, I mean, the Danish culture, they're going to do it anyway, so why not allow it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have a lot of more cops coming around to check, and this was not necessary if they actually lowered the bar.
You can have sex when you're
16.
15.
No,
15.
14.
15.
Yeah. So why
Girls
not?
14.
Why not?
No,
Nah,
15.
Yeah, 15.
15. So why not lower the bar with alcohol? You know, it's sex and alcohol often mix.
Usually it mixes.
it mixes. And so why not just make it illegal?
It have been said that we are the happiest people on earth. It's that related to our drinking?
Well, I think most people would agree on that it's easier to meet people when you're drunk because, your boundaries, they go flying, you know. I think it's always easier to meet people when you're drunk because when you have no boundaries, you're not going to be embarrassed as easily. Plus, I mean, we are the happiest people, and it's also said we drink a whole lot, you know, a whole lot. And maybe it's got something to do with it because when we drink, Danish people in general, they get more happy, more, social. They got more. They're more eager to speak with the people they don't know.
Do you only drink in the weekend or?
Well, it depends. I mean, sometimes I hit a weekday, but it's
Okay.
just it's not a regular thing.
No.
What do you think the difference between Denmark and other European countries is when it comes to alcohol?
Well, I must say, I think Danish parents accept it a lot more than other European parents.
Is it the?
I mean, it's like if you drink at 14 in Denmark, because you're young and you're bound to have fun at some point, and then the Danish people just think that okay, they only young once, they should have a chance to have fun, and I don't think they look at it that softly in other countries.
Then I have another question: is when you say it's fun, do you need the alcohol to have fun?
No, but it's been a part of the Danish culture for a long time. When you're having fun, you usually drink. It's kind of sad, but it's actually the truth.
Okay.